So what was it that won it for you, or at least maintained the status quo for you? You did get swings to you, Bendigo, even if you don't get that in the end, which I'm pretty sure you will, but we'll check with Tom Connell. I mean, more than 10% swing against a sitting Labor member, given the results we've just seen, is quite a big achievement. But if there's one policy, what was it?
I think it was more about just being hyper-local. That's how the Nationals operate, being local champions, being in there amongst the community, being of the community, not someone that's been dropped in, but actually someone that's got a profile in the community, that's trusted within the community. And that's the campaign we ran in Bendigo and everywhere else. And I think that's the formula that's worked for us for a long time now, one that's proven, even in tough times, still works. And we're going to dust ourselves off. But I think what it shows is there's huge opportunities for us to progress further after this election, when we've weathered such a torrid election, to be able to then move forward again shows that the formula works, and we've just got to stick to it, and we've got to make sure that we work constructively with our Liberal friends. Well,
speaking of your Liberal friends, what went wrong there?
Oh, look, I think the Labor campaign was just slick in being able to tear Peter Dutton down. I think they did an outstanding job of being able to not necessarily put one thing, but a whole lot of things, and draw on that and have the agility to do that quickly, to tear his character down, to make him effectively unelectable, not even across the country, but his own electorate. And I think there's a lesson there about the professionalism and the speed of which the Labor campaign operated. They saw that as the ability to get back into office, and they executed it to perfection. Credit where credit's due. You just can't sit here and be angry about it. You've got to look at it and understand they executed their strategy to perfection, and they got the result. We've got to learn from that, we've got to understand that, and they were able to demonise Peter Dutton to the point where people just didn't feel comfortable or trust to be able to put that one next to our names.
But as you say, they are the rules of engagement. Both sides, all sides know how political campaigns work, and there needs to be some thread of truth for Labor or whatever party to be able to exploit. When you look at the trends, David, there is very little, I would say no good news for the Liberal Party. We are looking at those safe blue ribbon areas, so far from safe, even now in the Labor column. You're going to have to not only defend still some of those blue and green seats at the next election, but get some back. Is there any hope of doing that, particularly for the Liberal Party, your Liberal friends, as you put them, when women in particular are looking at the independents? They are looking at the independents now for the second election in a row, and young people. You're just not capturing the imagination of those under 44.
Yeah, and this is where the new leadership of the Liberal Party will have to reflect on that. One of the first things I did when I became Nationals leader, we had some near-death experiences in the 22 election, and women left us in droves, and young people. And so I made sure that the first thing I did as leader was to tour the country and to have just basically meetings, listening and understanding exactly what were those issues, and that really resonated with women and young people, and that's why we lent very heavily into childcare for the regions as the Nationals, and I think that played heavily in bringing some of them home, as well as health and education for young people with country university centres to stay in regional areas. So I think what it'll take is new leadership to reflect, and honestly reflect, on what happened and understand the demographics that left the Liberal Party. And I think that there is a conceivable way back on this, because what will overlay all this is the lived experience of the continued cost of living crisis that'll come. The ideology is not going to change just because Anthony Albanese won. It's going to continue. We're going to have an energy grid that's going to fall apart. So what this is an opportunity for a new Liberal leadership to do is to re-engage, to understand, to listen and to understand, and to be honest about that. And we did that after the 22 election, and we've had the result this time that demonstrates that it can be done.